Hey, happy spring. I hope everything's going great. I want to send this communication out to our dream team and our leaders here at Elevation Church just to connect and communicate where we're at in this season that is kind of precedes Easter up to Easter. As you know, maybe you don't know, so I'll tell you, this is one of the most exciting times for the American church in their calendar year because people come to church on Easter Sunday, what we know as Resurrection Sunday. More people come to church on that day in America than, and probably the world, than any other day throughout the yearly calendar. It's incredible what happens, and not just on that day, but people get more engaged during the season of Easter that precedes that one Sunday that, again, we call Resurrection Sunday, and they come to church. And you know, everything's not about coming to church, but I want to tell you this, that when we know God is going to allow, send, whatever your terminology wants to be, people to gather with us, then we need to be on our toes, be sharp, be doing things with excellence, and be ready when they come so that we prepared an atmosphere, an environment for them to experience the presence of God and to see the attractive a picture of who Jesus is and hear the gospel and an opportunity for them to respond. And that's what we're going to do. And so I wanted to just touch base with you on a few things. And I know you probably have seen this card. It's got things on the back. And if not, you can get one of those tomorrow, this Sunday. But I encourage you to be aware and informed, and because these are important things that are coming up. First one is this, and I'll write it down here. I don't always know if this is backwards on you, but I'm on your screen. But this is on first Wednesday, this coming next week, I will be teaching on ministering 4 cups of Passover. This is something I've spent a couple years ago. I spent 6 weeks talking about 4 cups, and it's important because it gives us a picture of what happens through Christ's atonement for us, the sacrificial shedding of His blood for us, and what that means. The promise that our Jewish brothers and sisters know that they celebrate at Passover, not understanding what He's provided. We are able to see quite significantly what Jesus has provided through Passover. So on this first Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about this, and I encourage you, if you're listening to this video, be here, if at all possible, be here for this because it is very insightful. In fact, we have designed what we do here at Elevation around these 4 cups, these 4 promises that God has given us, and even our next steps. We don't mention the cups every time we do next steps, but each steps, the 4 steps in next steps are a picture of the 4 cups Passover. And so this is going to be very informative, very enlightening, very inspirational for our Elevation Church family, and I encourage you to be here. And then, of course, Palm Sunday, our children will be, kids will be in singing for a portion and worshiping with us, leading us in worship, by the way, in a portion of this service. I'm pumped and excited about that. And then Good Friday. Good Friday is always a great opportunity as we gather together as a body, both services all in one, and we have communion and worship. And I'm preaching this coming Good Friday on the 7 places Jesus shed His blood. It's something I've done prior. It's been years since I've done this, but I want to tell you, you will walk away understanding, and our congregation will walk away with, I believe, a new perspective and a new appreciation, new value on what Jesus has provided. And I believe that the 7 places helps to give a comprehensive look at all that He has provided for us. And so be here. And as I tell you about these, this is so you are informed, so that you can be engaged, and so that you can share with others the importance of being here. So people on your team, so you can say, hey, I'm going to be here Good Friday. I hope you're going to be here too. And people that you're around on Sundays and in your life groups, that you can say, hey, we're looking forward to this. And then, of course, April the 15th, we know it is tax time in America, but it is largest candy hunt. We've been doing this for several years, and we're able to do this. We're able to do a community outreach because of the 500 or 600 people, children, adults that will be gathered on that day. I can tell you this, that the overwhelming majority of those people will be people from our community that usually don't darken this church's door or any church's door, but we've connected with them in a couple ways. Number one, they feel their kids are important. In fact, I think in today's era, sometimes we've idolized children. And so they feel like their kids are important and they want to have something for their kids. And so, and this season, what they're going to do is they're going to find a place where they can go find eggs or candy or whatever it is. And so we say, hey, we got the largest candy hunt. Come here, and people do. And this year we've connected the road to resurrection along with this. So they're going to get to see even more about what this is all about. And it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a fun time. But we connect with them, and they get to hear the gospel. And it's a powerful opportunity. And I encourage you to be aware of this. And then the other thing I wanted to mention before I mention two other things, and I know I'm at 5-minute mark, so I can tell you this, that we're going to have about 2 minutes, but hang with me because this is important for you. And the next one is Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday, it's not the beginning of a series. It's not any of that kind of stuff. I'm preaching on 3 days to resurrection, and I just believe that God is leading me and giving me some insight that of the, I believe, tens and hundreds of people that will be here. Listen, 452 last Easter. We're believing that we'll break 500 this year. And if we don't, we don't. But I'm just saying it's very, very probable. In fact, I'm encouraging people. I did this past Sunday to slide into the middle, go to the front, and we're creating an overflow room for more people. We're just expecting for the people that God allows and sends to come here that we'll be prepared and have room for them. And so one of the things we're doing, and so that you're aware, because I'm believing we're going to share the gospel on Sunday. People are going to come to Christ on Easter Sunday. And so what I'm encouraging people tomorrow to do is this. Here we go. Again, I hope this is working and you can read this. There's a fraction there, 2/3. What statistics tell us is, and I'll share this tomorrow, is that 2/3 of unchurched people say this, that if a friend or family member invited them to go to church, that they would do it. 2/3. And there's some statistics that are even greater than that. Here's what I know. I'm going to challenge people tomorrow, and we've got cards wrapped like this, 3 cards. We're going to give everybody 3 cards. And I'm just going to challenge them to invite 3 people. Invite 3 people. And I believe people are going to do this, and I believe there's going to be a lot of people here that need Jesus. I'm asking you to lead the way in this. So I never ask people to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. And I'm going to be participating, inviting. I will invite, I've already invited more than 3, but I will invite more than 3 people to be here on Easter Sunday, on Resurrection Sunday. I encourage you, lead the way. Invite people to be here. If we lead the way, people will follow suit. And so lead the way in inviting people to be here with you on Easter. And I'll share tomorrow more about how we can pray and how we can invite over the next 2 Sundays, because it's a great opportunity. Let's not miss this opportunity. And then lastly, I'm going to write this on here so you get this visual. 411. 411 is April the 11th. It's a Tuesday night. I'm inviting you to prayer. And if you're here listening to this or watching this video, then I want to include you and ask you if there's any way possible, be here on April 11th. April 11th is a Tuesday night prayer. I'm going to be leading prayer, and we're going to be preparing the way, praying up in front of Resurrection Sunday so that we're prepared when people come, so that this place is saturated in prayer, that the worship is anointed, that the people are representing the attractive presence of Jesus, and that the gospel is preached under anointing with clarity, and that there's an opportunity for them to respond as they come. And so we're going to be praying, and I encourage you, come for an hour on that Tuesday night. As we're praying every Tuesday night now. There's people praying. So thankful for Matty Fogler and others that are leading this way in prayer. I encourage you, be here on April 11th, 411. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm going to invite everyone, but be here so we can pray up in front of this and so that we can see God do mighty wonders in our midst during this season. Thank you. Be blessed.